GMA, the latest on the story that we're all following, the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas and the negotiations to extend the truce with more hostages expected to be set free. Top national security official John Kirby is joining us live. We also have a parenting alert about online gaming and extremism, how some are using popular platforms to promote hate and violence, and what you can do to protect your kids. You'll see that and so much more on GMA.
And still ahead on GMSA, a lot has happened overnight, including a car crashing to an apartment complex. We'll get you caught up through the next hour. And the Spurs continued their search for a win after another loss on the road. How it all unraveled this time last night against the reigning NBA champs. We'll have the highlights. And also coming up next, we're hearing from world-famous gymnast Shannon Miller about her battle with cancer and how her gymnast background helped her win the most important battle. And as we go to break, TransGuide, beautiful shot of downtown San Antonio. Traffic not too bad right now, but be prepared because it is Monday after a holiday. And Mike's got your forecast, a little chilly coming up.
Good morning. If you like the cold weather, we have good news for you. It's cold outside. We're starting in the 40s this morning, and kiddos may be headed to school for the first time after a while, so bundle them up.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning. It is 6 a.m. It's Monday, November 27th. We love Mondays.
Yes, we do. I don't know. A lot of people might not be today because they've had some time off.
To love Mondays. You have to.
Be positive. Yeah. Well, I mean, some people might want to just put the covers right back over because it's a little cold out there.
I think I just got cussed out or something.
Probably so.
What's wrong with that guy?
It is seasonally chilly out there, but with the cloud cover, it always makes it feel a little colder, and that's going to be the case later on this afternoon. It's actually going to keep us on the cooler side, but that blanket, not the one you're throwing back over your head, but the blanket of clouds out there is helping to actually keep temperatures from getting as cold as what they could get this morning. We're at 46 right now, normal low 48 degrees, 41 Comfort, 50 Castroville, 42 Kerrville, but there is a little bit of a breeze, just enough to add, or I should say subtract, add that little bite to these temperatures. Feels like 38 Los Maples, 38 also at Birmingham, 40 in New Braunfels. So not a huge wind chill, but again, just enough for that little zing, if you will. Mold and Mountain Cedar are both on the low side. The updated count's going to be coming out about 7:30 or so this morning. As far as the rest of the morning, temperatures pretty much hold steady, maybe fluctuate a couple of degrees. A lot of clouds, a little bit of sunshine thrown on in here, but we are going to definitely lead toward the cloudier side. We're going to make it up into the mid-50s today at noon, and not much from there. Up to 58 degrees, 10 degrees below normal. We're still going to be on the cool side, but more sunshine. I mean, another chilly start tomorrow, but more sunshine in the afternoon. We do have a rain chance to talk about, and then also the trend will be getting toward the warmer side as we go into December. More on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Cavazos, what's going on, sir?
Well, Mike, we do have a road work out there along 410 at FM 78. This should have wrapped earlier in the morning, but we still have crews out there, as you can see behind me. Flashing lights, folks, so be on the lookout if you have to approach 410 at any point this morning, because that could slow you down, especially now that we've entered 6 a.m. A lot more people have woken up and already had the early start to their day. So watch out here, 1604 northbound at Marbach Road. I mentioned this crash earlier. We know that traffic is slowing down a bit from what some of the reports that I've seen down to US 90. So if you're heading northbound on 1604, be sure to move over or slow down. No word yet on any injuries or how many vehicles may be involved. Again, I'll talk to our friends at TransGuide to see if we can get you the conditions out there. But for now, just make sure to pack some patience. As we drive over here, we still see that we have that stalled vehicle that's been lingering around all morning long. 410 westbound at I-10. Check your vehicles before you get your morning commute moving. Now, the wider view of the map is showing a pretty quiet start, so enjoy it while you can. If you have to hit the roads in the next few minutes and your destination is San Antonio, let's take a look at that journey from Bernie along I-10 eastbound. Should be about 24 minutes at this hour. And there's no need to hurry if you're traveling in from Bulverde this early along 281 southbound. 26 minutes is what you can expect. And despite that construction, it's not too awful from New Braunfels along I-35 southbound. 26 minutes for your drive time. But one last look at the lingering road work that has been there at 410 at FM 78. I will talk to our friends at TransGuide right now, so I'm going to step out of the studio, and I'll have another update for you coming up in the next few minutes. David.
David, thank you. A man who tried to run from San Antonio police has been stopped by gunfire.
Officers shot and killed him overnight after they say he pulled a gun. Our Katrina Weber is live where it all happened on West Commerce Street, not far from General McMullen.
So, Katrina, have you been able to find out any information about the man who was killed?
Well, not a whole lot. The only thing police were able to tell us is that he was in his 20s. I did ask around, and no one seems to know who he was. Now, this happened around 1 o'clock this morning. This is where it came to a deadly end in this parking lot. We do have some video to show you how it looked earlier this morning when things looked a lot different. We had a lot of police officers out here. They had the whole area roped off, and they brought in their mobile command post at one point and had it here in the parking lot. The police say that this actually began with a traffic stop a few blocks away from this parking lot. They had tried to stop a car. They say 2 people in that car took off running. Officers chased one man to this parking lot in the 4400 block of West Commerce, and they say that is where he turned and pulled a gun on the officers. 2 of them fired at him, hitting him and killing him. Those officers who the chief told us were with the department about 5 years each, they are on administrative duty pending the outcome of the investigation regarding this shooting. Now, again, we don't have any information really on the man who was killed other than he was in his 20s, and police did not tell us what happened to the second person who they say ran from the car earlier this morning. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. New this morning, San Antonio firefighters say a trailer near a church was severely damaged late last night. Flames were spotted just after 11 p.m. in the 7000 block of Wurzbach Road. That's on the city's northwest side. Fire crews say they found an empty trailer on fire near San Antonio Chinese Church. It was heavily damaged. However, no injuries were reported.
A possible dumpster fire caused a few problems for a northeast side convenience store overnight. That happened at the 410 corner store near Loop 410 and Starcrest Drive. Firefighters tell us that the blaze could have started in the back of the store and then spread into the store. Crews were able to get inside and contain it to just the storage area of the building. No one hurt. So now fire investigators are trying to figure out what caused that fire. In Israel, the past 4 days have seen a temporary pause in fighting, and since then, Hamas has released 58 hostages taken from Israel.
And Israel has released 117 Palestinian women and teens held prisoner.
The 4-day truce was set to expire today, but ABC's Justin Finch tells us that there's a chance the deal could continue.
This morning, high hopes for the release of even more hostages taken from Israel. On Sunday, 17 more released, including 13 Israelis and 4 foreign nationals. New video showing a Red Cross motorcade through northern Gaza carrying the first American freed, 4-year-old dual citizen Abigail Moore Edan. Edan's parents were killed during the October 7th Hamas attack on Israel. Her loved ones grateful to have her back.
I want to thank everybody for all your love and support.
Hamas releasing 58 hostages so far and filming women and children being ushered to Red Cross vans bound for Israel. 9-year-old Emily Hand reunited over the weekend with her father Thomas, who feared she was dead.
She's lost a lot of weight from her face and body, but generally doing better than we expected.
Nearly 200 hostages remain in Hamas custody. In the West Bank, crowds celebrating the release of more than 100 Palestinian women and teenage boys from Israeli jails. President Biden reiterating concern about aid for Gaza.
I've worked closely with President Sisi of Egypt, the Israeli government, King Abdullah of Jordan, and leaders throughout the region to expand the delivery of critical humanitarian assistance.
Meantime, Hamas informing mediators of its interest in extending the hostage swap deal. The White House open to talks.
The ball is in Hamas's court.
Israel's cabinet members also signaling their support. Israeli leaders already saying the pause could be extended by 1 day for every 10 hostages Hamas releases. An Israeli security source telling ABC News Israel's aim is to see as many hostages released as possible and saying its return to war will be immediate and ferocious. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
It is now 6:08 and 46 degrees.
Slowly comes Cyber Monday is here, but we've already seen a record number of online shoppers this weekend. That's coming up before 6:30. Plus,
I was no longer trying to get a 10-0 on a balance beam routine. I was trying to get out of bed.
And coming up after the break, world-famous gymnast Shannon Miller is opening up about her battle against ovarian cancer, how her gymnast background helped her win the most important battle.
Let's go out there with live cam. If you're headed out this morning, you would definitely need a jacket, a heavier one at that. 46 degrees to start your day, and it's not going to warm up a whole lot later in this afternoon. We're going to be checking in with Mike for all those details coming up.
Welcome back, 612. This morning we are hearing from Shannon Miller. Remember her? She's a legend in the world of gymnastics.
And our producer, Haley Powers, talked to her about her battle with ovarian cancer and her message to others.
Olympic and world-famous gymnast Shannon Miller has accomplished a lot, but her toughest battle didn't come from competing for her country. It came when she was diagnosed with a rare form of ovarian cancer at just 33 years old.
I was no longer trying to get a 10-0 on a balance beam routine. I was trying to get out of bed in the morning, brush my teeth, and walk twice around the dining room table.
Miller's diagnosis came after a normal trip to her doctor led to a baseball-sized tumor being found on her ovary. According to the American Cancer Society, nearly 20,000 women will be diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and about 13,000 will die from it in 2023. Miller started chemotherapy shortly after the tumor was removed and suffered many side effects. But she says her gymnastics background helped her push through and fight for her life.
I think sports teaches you so many great life lessons, things like goal setting and teamwork, positive mindset, resiliency. And I think those are the things that I relied on. I kind of tapped into and utilized during my cancer journey.
She encourages all women to be aware of the symptoms of ovarian cancer. The CDC says some of those can include pain in the pelvic area, bloating, feeling full, or difficulty eating, and changes in your bathroom habits. Miller says listen to your body, and if something feels wrong, go to your doctor.
Don't be afraid to speak up. When something doesn't feel right for you, speak up and keep speaking up.
Miller is now cancer-free and hopes her story will encourage women to go get the help they need. Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
All right, so far we've only had one accident on a Monday after a holiday.
Flashing lights at Loop 410. Let's check in with Stephen Kabat.
Yes, and these flashing lights aren't paramedics out there on the scene or first responders. They're actually TxDOT crews that are working to wrap up a project that should have wrapped a little bit earlier. So just pack your patience, give them a break. It is getting busier out there as you see traffic's down to that one lane. And right now, a lot more people are waking up. Be on the lookout. As David mentioned, we still have that one crash here at 1604 northbound at Marbach Road. Talk to our friends at TransGuide, and they are searching through their cameras to see if they can find the spot where we can show you the conditions. But right now, we know one lane is blocked and traffic is slowing down back to US 90. So if you're heading northbound at 1604, just watch out. As we give you a wider view of our map, we're going to start to see a little bit more activity now that we've entered a pretty busy hour. Saw a vehicle popped up near State Highway 151 along 410, so we'll find out how that could slow you down. But right now, make sure you plan ahead. Make sure you prepare for this cap work along Loop 1604 on the northeast side of San Antonio. This begins tonight at 9 and should finish at 5 in the morning. But this is going to take us to the very early start of December 2nd on Saturday. So watch out because that exit ramp will be closed to Lookout Road from I-35 southbound to Loop 1604 westbound. And remember, TxDOT has not updated their list of closures, so I'll get in contact with them to find out what's happening out on our roadways. But right now, we know this closure is slowing folks down a bit along 410. We'll find out what that crash has in store for you as well, so just make sure you slow down.
All right, No Shave November continues for just a few more days. I'm about ready to wrap this up. A lot of the guys here at KSAT growing out those beards for a good cause, raising money for 12 cancer foundations. If you would like to donate, scan that QR code right there, and the guy's name is David Sears.
No, it's Team Gray Hair over here.
Uh-oh, okay, everybody's...
Yeah, see, that's the problem, is I'm dropping.
Look at that, Max.
Was Sarah at it again?
This weekend?
Yeah, because she does those QR codes and
I don't remember what Max had last week.
4,600.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess so. He went up.
But this is great.
I think that's the work of Sarah Spivey because she is his promoter and agent.
You need to work some weekends for that donation.
We all need some beard agents if that's the case. But everyone's doing great. Oh my gosh.
Hey, we're just happy people are donating.
Yeah,
exactly. We know it's been kind of a tough year.
True.
So thank you very much for those
Now
donations.
kind of downside for us, though, we're not in first place. The Team KSAT is.
Really?
As of last Friday.
Wow, okay.
We had checked it. So hopefully we can get that. But you know, and going back to, you know, not only for those cancer foundations and those organizations, but like Shannon Miller was talking about in that story, something ain't right. Just check it out and go for those regular checkups. And that's the other thing to try and, you know, especially get guys to realize and think about. So, all right. Roll the bus this morning, and you might want to warm up the car just a little bit there. We have sound effects. 44 degrees, so we'll just fluctuate a couple of notches from where we are right now. Mostly cloudy skies. Going to stay cloudy all day long, so that's going to not allow things to warm up that much. We'll gain maybe 15 degrees throughout the course of the day, 10, 15 degrees or so. Plenty of clouds hanging around here.
I love that bus.
You like the bus?
I love that bus.
He loves the bus.
We got to get some kid sound effects on there, though.
All right, beautiful view of the sunset yesterday. That was absolutely gorgeous with a little bit of those some clouds out there. Thank you very much for that picture. All right, November. I shouldn't say this is a preview. This is just kind of what's going on today. But 68 degrees, the normal high temperature. Normal low, 46, right where we are as of right now. We're going to be about 10 below normal. Now, and I forgot to change that banner there, but 1st of December, my apologies, we're going to lose a couple of degrees on each of the scales. Then, once we get to the 24th, then we drop 4 degrees for the normal high temperature, and the normal low temperature also drops 4 degrees. That is the coldest average temperature. That goes all the way from the 24th through basically the 1 month through the 20th of January. So we're approaching the coldest time of the year. So over the course of 3 weeks, we are going to be losing 4 degrees on each end of the scale. As far as normal temperatures and whether we're going to be which side of normal, the 6 to 10 day outlook from the 3rd, that's Sunday in through the first portion of the first week of December, it wants to lean toward the wetter side, a little bit better chance of having above normal precipitation, but also the odds of being above normal as far as temperatures. Now, with the normal high temperature being 67 degrees, that could be 68, 70, and that's what it looks like we're going to be. But then going beyond that, the 5th in through the following weekend, we got about a 50-50 chance of being with normal precipitation, but also wanting to lean toward the warmer side of things going into the first week and even the second weekend of December. So as far as temperatures, yesterday we did hit 59 degrees. Again, a lot of clouds hung on in there. That's going to be the situation again today. Only 50s all around the area. Very, very consistent. Again, thanks to that cloud cover that we're going to be seeing throughout the course of the day today. But then we'll have more sunshine coming on in here tomorrow. It'll warm us up a couple of degrees, but with that sunshine, it's going to feel a whole lot better than that. But it's going to be another cold start tomorrow. Close to normal, though. Then on Wednesday, a lot of clouds hanging on in here. Chance of rain late in the day. Big warm up later on Thursday, preceding the next front, which is going to be moving on through here. Now, this one's not going to be a huge blast of cold air. It will get rid of some of the humidity because with the humidity builds back in, that's what's going to be feeding some of those showers, even a couple of thunderstorms late Wednesday, overnight into the first portion of the day on Thursday. We're going to clear out somewhat on Friday, but again, not a big cool down at all. As a matter of fact, temperatures basically are going to be staying steady in behind that front. We will lose some of that humidity, though. Then, after we kind of recover from the front, temperatures are going to start to really warm up, and we're going to be almost anywhere 5 to 10 degrees above normal going into Sunday and the first part of next week. And again, it looks like, looking at that Climate Prediction Center, that it's going to be staying on the warmer side throughout much of the first, week of December.
That's so weird. Every time the Rock and Roll Marathon comes around, things warm up, and I'm like, I want it to be cold.
That's on Sunday?
That's on Sunday.
Okay.
Well, Sunday for the half and the full, and then Saturday for the, I believe, 5K and 10K.
Okay.
But my goodness.
Well, it was in the 40s. Get out and run early.
Well, by the time it starts and you get through everything, yeah. But at least, I don't know, but at least it's not hot.
I remember my wife has done it in years past, and it's been just miserable. I mean, 45 and drizzly, rainy, and 50. Yeah, so
makes you run faster.
This will be okay. There you go.
Well, this will be a little better. You're right, Mike. You're right. Better for the volunteers though, who have to stand out there in that weather. Yes, for sure.
6:21 and 46 degrees.
And just ahead, it's Cyber Monday, and Americans are expected to spend a record $12 billion online today. What people are buying in your GMA First Look.
Introducing Ned's Plaque Psoriasis. He thinks his flaky red patches are all people see.
Otezla is the #1 prescribed pill to treat plaque psoriasis. It can help you get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking with no routine blood tests required. Doctors have been prescribing it for nearly a decade. Otezla is also approved to treat psoriatic arthritis. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can happen. Otezla may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Some people taking Otezla have depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur.
With clear skin, movie night is a groovy night. Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about Otezla.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Cyber Monday mania.
We're seeing more and more that Cyber Monday is becoming a really, really important piece of this holiday shopping season.
And deals are dropping now in almost every category. Tech leading the charge. Almost all of the Kindle devices at Amazon hitting their year-low price. Like the Paperwhite Kindle Reader, it was $139, now $119. Laptops like Wirecutter's top pick from Lenovo. A ThinkPad, it was $1,355, but now it's just $989 at Walmart. And a highly rated Chromebook from HP, it was $489, now $289 at both HP.com and Target. And coming up at 7 a.m., we're tracking all the biggest deals as they go live. Plus, what you need to know about free returns and why they're not always guaranteed. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, San Jose, California.
In your consumer headlines, worldwide guidelines for artificial intelligence. A new agreement between the U.S., the UK, and 16 other countries aims to enhance the cybersecurity aspects of AI. The deal pushes companies designing AI to keep the technology safe for the public.
And the site formerly known as Twitter, it's now X, expects a pretty big financial loss after backlash over anti-Semitic content. According to the New York Times, X could shed as much as $75 million in ad revenue by the end of this year.
And as we've been reporting, Cyber Monday is here. Americans are expected to spend a record $12 billion online today, and that's after Adobe Analytics reported a record-shattering Black Friday with $9.8 billion in online sales. The best-selling discounted items were electronics and toys.
Get early.
Yeah.
Could be a busy day on the computer.
Maybe some good deals.
And don't let your boss see you. 627, 46 degrees.
Let's look out there with TransGuide. Still flashing lights over there at Loop 410 at FM 78. We're going to get a check back with Stephen Cavazos very soon.
Outside with live cam. Wow, that's a lot of lights that are pretty bright out there on the ground. Where is that?
Especially bright for people waking up right now.
410. Yeah, that's 410, right? Wow.
Yeah.
Some bright lights. And we're going to have some sunshine here in a minute. No?
Not a lot.
No sunshine on a Monday?
Some clouds.
Not a lot.
We're looking at Mike, just so you know. Hey, good morning. Hi.
So, notice there are a couple little squints of sunshine out there. So if you look real close, Dave,
look right there.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
There's a little bit right there.
But not the bright sun today.
Not bad right there.
Right,
so
better than nothing.
Well, that's true, but a lot of clouds out there this morning, and those are going to be sticking around. We'll have some sunshine thrown in, but leaning toward the cloudier side. 46 degrees right now. That's a normal low temperature, and we've got some fairly dry air out there, so it's not that kind of damp chill. There is a bit of a breeze, which does give us a hint of a wind chill to deal with. 42 right now. Kerrville, Comfort, 41 in Los Maples. Factor in that breeze, which is, again, not really strong, but enough to make it feel like 44. 38's the wind chill there in Los Maples, so nothing too extreme right now. Definitely grab a jacket. Mold and Mountain Cedar are both on the low side, and we'll see what comes out of the count when it comes out about an hour from now or so. So mostly cloudy. It is chilly out there. It's going to stay chilly. You want to keep a jacket handy all day long, so we're only going to make it to the upper 50s later on today. We're going to be 10 degrees below normal across the board. Then tomorrow, more sunshine. Still cool, but it's going to feel better with that sunshine. Then by Wednesday, Thursday, we do have a chance for some rain around here. That's going to be especially later in the day, Wednesday, overnight into early Thursday. May actually see some clearing by late in the day Thursday. We have a front moving on through here. It's not really going to do that much. It'll get rid of some of the humidity, but overall, as we head on into the weekend, the trend is going to be for temperatures to start warming up, especially late in the weekend going into next week. All details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. In the commercial break, I just saw some lights out.
Yes, Mike, we have a pretty busy start as we get the morning commute rolling this work week. First, we're going to start here at 35 at Pine. This is a stalled vehicle that we have. It's not impacting traffic, and from the looks of this particular camera, that appears to be a Via bus. So just be on the lookout there. We have a lot of people that have already hit the roadways this early in the morning. But as Mike mentioned, we do have flashing lights. Let's go ahead and show you what he's talking about. We do have it right there at 3410 at FM 78, where we see those flashing lights remain. Road work is still ongoing, and this should have wrapped earlier, but crews are seeing some sort of delay out there, and traffic is starting to slow down. And as the morning commute does get moving, we still have a few issues that we're tracking out on the roadways. 1604 northbound at Marbach Road. This is the crash I mentioned earlier. As of right now, it's the only crash we have on our radar, but there are no conditions or no cameras where we could show you those conditions just yet. I'm going to keep a very close eye on this particular area of town. We know that traffic is building in some of those lanes. As we take a drive over here, we do have a stalled vehicle now reported at 281 southbound and at Coma Street. Watch out as your commute gets moving this morning, because a lot of that color that we don't like to see, that red, orange, and yellow, is already starting to form. US 90 eastbound as you approach 1604 is that perfect spot where you will see some of those taillights out there. So just be on the lookout. I'm going to watch the roads closely. Yes, flashing lights still out there at 410, but we have a lot more people that are getting the commute rolling this morning. So be safe. I'm going to have another update for you coming up a little bit later on. Steph.
Thank you, Stephen. This morning, San Antonio police say they shot and killed a man who pulled a gun on them.
Katrina Weber's live where it all took place overnight on West Commerce, not far from General McMullen.
Katrina, you mentioned that this started with a traffic stop. How did it escalate to guns being pulled?
Well, let me point out that we have just the version from the police chief at this point, but he tells us that this did start with a traffic stop a couple of blocks away from here. One of those men ran to this parking lot, and the chief told us this is where it ended with his death after he pulled a handgun on those officers. Let me show you the video so you can see it was quite a different scene out here in this parking lot earlier this morning. This goes back to about 1 o'clock this morning. Again, police tell us that it started with the traffic stop a few blocks away from this location, with one of those suspects running to this parking lot and then pulling a handgun on the officers. Now, the chief told us that 2 officers fired at that man who was in his 20s, hitting him and killing him. Those officers, he says, both were about 5 years on with the department, and they have been placed on administrative duty while the investigation goes on into the shooting. We don't know much about the man who was killed other than he was in his 20s, and police did tell us there was a second person who ran from the car, but they were not able to tell us what became of that person, if he got away or if they eventually tracked him down. But again, the man who was killed here, according to police, did have a handgun and did pull it on the officers. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Also this morning, a late-night cruise for one driver came to a screeching halt. The vehicle partially inside someone's apartment. It happened just after 11 last night in the 2900 block of Rigsby Avenue near Highway 87. That's on the city's east side. San Antonio police tell us that the driver of the vehicle lost control while entering the apartment complex. The vehicle hit the building and caused some moderate damage. Fire crews did respond to check out the integrity of the building, and they say everything was okay and no one was hurt.
Via now says it no longer plans to build a park and ride facility in Alamo Ranch. They own this 16-acre plot of land near Alamo Ranch Parkway and Lone Star Parkway. Last month, Via told us it planned to build a new park and ride facility on it. It hoped to have design plans finalized next year, but now Via says those plans are on indefinite hold. Neighbors who are against the project say it is unnecessary and unwanted.
I do not think that this is the kind of neighborhood where we need to have a bus station, depot, park and ride, whatever it is that they choose to call it.
Some neighbors in Alamo Ranch started a petition to stop that project. Via told us it's aware of it and says they could choose to sell the land.
Thanksgiving is over, but the giving season is just beginning.
There are so many families in our area who need just a little bit of support this holiday season.
Michael Guerra with the San Antonio Food Bank joined Leading SA this weekend to talk about the current need and various programs that you can take part in this season.
Michael joined us. We talked about a lot. He was telling us that normally they see about 100,000 people, 100,000 unique people at the food bank every week. He says that number is actually trending up. They're starting to see up to 110,000 people every week. And as for why this persistent need in and around our community, well, Michael tells us there's a multitude of factors. Here's a part of our conversation.
The need is definitely trending up, and we're not sure. You know, people are working, and we know inflation is still maybe higher than wage income has been, but the requests have been up. Yeah, generally, I think what we hear is it's economics, and it's a little bit different. It's hard to generalize for everybody. You know, for a senior on a fixed income, you know, they're not getting, you know, a % of a raise all the time, but things are getting more expensive around them: groceries, utilities, those kind of things, even their housing potentially.
We also talked about a lot of the unique programs you might not know about. We have a list of all those programs, and you can check out the interview in its entirety. Just head to the Leading SA section of ksat.com. Of course, we have Leading SA every Sunday. So, guys, we'll see you next Sunday. Back to you.
Spurs road trip continued last night, taking on the defending NBA champs, the Denver Nuggets. Third quarter, Spurs looking to strike fast, pass up court. Trey Jones, he finishes it off. He had 10 last night. Then it's Charles Bassey all alone in the paint for the slam. He had 9 off the bench. Then it's Jokic. He took it right at Wemby. Wemby got the block. Then Jokic got to pick it up. No, don't let him have. Oh, got another one. And that ain't good. All right, Nuggets were up 107-84 after 3. They ended up leading by as many as 28. Jokic had like 39. They go on to win 132-120. San Antonio is now 3-14 on the season. The Spurs have now lost 12 in a row. They'll get some rest before they host the very bad Atlanta Hawks coming up this week. So
you say that.
Well, they are bad. They got the same record, or they had the same record as Spurs, only 3 wins.
All right, well, go Spurs, go.
So we'll see if they can turn it around.
Hopefully.
6:39, 46 degrees.
And just ahead, if you have some leftover garlic from Thanksgiving, our Sarah Costa says you can use it in your garden. We're going to explain in just moments.
And welcome back. Did you buy way too much garlic for Thanksgiving and now you've got some leftover cloves?
Well, now you can use it to ward off vampires. Just kidding. In this gardening segment with Sarah Costa, she shows us how to plant your grocery store bought garlic in your garden and multiply it by the end of next spring.
Garlic is a kitchen staple, and it's really annoying when you have to run to the store just for one clove. So let's plant our own supply in our gardens. You can plant garlic in South Texas from October to December. October is ideal, but November works too. What's cool about garlic is you can plant your leftover cloves that you bought from the grocery store. Of course, you can buy native bulbs from a nursery or online, but reusing your grocery store garlic is sustainable and cheaper and can grow just as well. Here's a tip. When you buy them from the store, buy the biggest bulbs you can find, which can be pricier but worth it. Make sure the garlic is dry and still good. Then peel back to the cloves, but keep the skin still on. This is what they should look like before you plant them. Plant in a spot that gets lots of sun. Here I am getting my soil ready, adding some compost. Garlic likes soil that is soft and loamy that drains well. You can rot your garlic if it gets too wet and doesn't drain. Here's the most important part. Plant pointy side up and root side down. Plant them about 2 inches deep. If you plant them too deep, then they won't grow well. Garlic doesn't like competition, so plant at least 4 to 6 inches apart. Then water your garlic once to twice a week, depending on moisture of the soil and temperature. Garlic is slow growing. These probably won't be ready till June of next year, but when they do come in, I'll have plenty of garlic to get me through the fall. Happy gardening. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Hi, everybody. Mark Austin. Good morning. I'm doing No Shave November for the 5th year, and this year I am raising funds for the National Foundation for Cancer Research.
I'm also doing this in honor of Bryce Wisdom, the Bryce Strong Foundation. Bryce, of course, being the young man who's lost his life to cancer, who inspired people across the country with his brave cancer battle.
A couple of reasons why I'm participating in No Shave November. One, my father-in-law died of cancer several years back, and so that was a tough time for the entire family. Number 2, is awareness. And I think that's one of the main things that we can do. A lot of times, you get these guys out there and they're all, oh, I don't need to get checked out by the doctor. You need to get checked out by the doctors.
If something's a little bit off, go see a doctor. Have it checked out, because most everything, and especially when it comes to a lot of cancers, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So don't forget to go to the doctor.
My grandfather passed away from cancer. My mom had a brush with cancer. It's scary stuff, and I know there's so many people out there suffering, dealing with it, and we want to help in any way we can.
Last year, we were able to raise more than $30,000. We know times are tough for so many families, but if you can, spare just an extra $1, $5, donate.
Hopefully, with the help of everybody and the donations, we will one day be able to stomp out this insidious disease.
All right, so there we go. Just a few days left to help us out. We're collecting money for 12 different charities.
Thank you for those donations so far.
Yeah, making sure people are aware.
Yeah, Max got even more donations, and we have to announce that David Sears is now at $1,000.
Way to go.
Woohoo!
Thank you. Thank
you
very much.
Some of our viewers are listening to our pleas.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Exactly. For sure. Well, time now 6:46. Let's go ahead and check in with our Stephen Kavasa.
Yeah, and although we enjoy the competition, don't forget you can also donate to Team KSAT as a whole. We've had a few people that have sent in their donations, so just a big thank you to our community as we see those donations come in. But let's get a look outside as the commute does get moving for you this early in the morning. Things are moving along there great at 410 at Harry Wurzbach and at 2D1 at Hildebrand. Slow down as you approach that curve, before you approach it. There at I-10 at Cincinnati, the upper and lower levels look to be a little bit busier with traffic. We are at the start of morning rush, so we're going to see a few more issues out there. I've had my eye on this spot for a little while now, 1604 northbound at Marbach Road. This crash has slowed folks down a bit, but we're not seeing that reflected on the TransGuide cameras. I talked to our friends over at TransGuide, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to show you that shot, but we are going to hope that everyone's doing okay and that we will see that situation wrap up pretty soon. Let's take a drive over here now. We have a stalled vehicle reported at I-35 northbound at Pine Street. You see a little bit more of that buildup that's already starting to form out there. That's because morning rush has started, so we're going to see a lot more of that congestion just creep in our map. Crash also appears to have popped up off of I-10. It's not impacting the main lanes, but you're going to see a little bit more of that activity out there now that we have more people that have woken up and already got the day started. So I'll keep a close eye on things here, but right now, 1604 at Bandera, things seem to be moving just fine. And again, the morning commute is going to be a little bit busier now that more people are returning to work and kiddos back to school. So David, you mentioned it. Watch for those school buses.
Yeah. Pay attention.
Yes, and bring a jacket to school.
And you'll need it all day long. Now, today, by the way, is the day of the full moon. So it is, as known in lore, the full beaver moon, when all the beavers would kind of get up into their lodges. They got all their stores for the winter, and they would then kind of hunker down there for the winter. But beautiful shot right there. Not like you're going to be seeing a whole lot of moon today or tonight when it rises, right as the sun is going down. Maybe a couple little spots here and there, but tomorrow night's going to be a better night for doing some moon viewing. But boy, great shot there. Thank you very much. Not going to be doing a whole lot of sun viewing either. A little bit of brightness right there along the horizon, but obviously we got a pretty good cloud cover out there, and that's helping to hold temperatures fairly steady. The air's dry enough. We could have really cooled down. It could have been a cold morning. Instead, it's just pretty chilly out there, and we're going to stay steady for the next couple of hours. Then we warm up pretty quickly, going on into, warm up, relatively speaking, up into the 50s with a little bit more in the way of some sunshine. Then we are going to make it up to 58 degrees for a high temperature. So it's not going to be a huge span between the low and the high, thanks to that cloud cover out there, because not only does it act like a blanket in the morning, but then it acts like a blanket keeping us from getting much sunshine out there. Jump ahead to Wednesday, and there is a chance for a couple of showers out here. Again, broad brush with this computer model, but there is going to be that chance Wednesday night into Thursday morning primarily. And so it looks like it will be definitely a damp commute on Thursday to start off the day. Then that's going to start to work its way on out of here. So it's just going to be for basically that about 18-hour period, late Wednesday in through the middle portion of the day on Thursday. And after that, this is also associated with a front that's going to be moving on through here. Now, this is not going to be one of those fronts where it really pulls down a big blast of cold air. As a matter of fact, the trend even in behind that is going to be to warm up. Most of the country is covered with cold air right now. You can see this is basically the dividing line right here. That's why we are on the cool side. And that's why we stay below normal today as well as tomorrow. Warm up somewhat on Wednesday and then especially Thursday. And here's the next front which moves through. This little bit of a kind of a kink right there. But again, it's not like it's going to pull down a blast of cold air. As a matter of fact, we are going to be in a southwesterly flow around here. So that's going to help to really warm things up as we go into Friday as well as go into the upcoming weekend. And then even after that, the trend is going to be to stay on the warmer side. So 58 today, 60 tomorrow, but a lot more sunshine tomorrow. So that's going to feel better. Jackets, though, both mornings, even Wednesday morning. Then Wednesday into Thursday, that chance for some rain, especially overnight. Front moves through, gets rid of some of the humidity, not necessarily colder air. Like I said, the trend, though, is going to be for temperatures to warm up going into the end of the weekend and first part of next week.
But a nice looking weekend overall.
Oh, yeah. Weekend looks pretty nice this weekend. So for your little run there in the Rock and Roll Marathon.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for making it happen.
6:51 and 46 degrees.
Let's look out there with live cam. For now, we're starting off cold. Pretty shot out there with live cam. Rise and shine Monday morning after a long break for a lot of you kiddos. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, the latest on the story that we're all following, the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas and the negotiations to extend the truce with more hostages expected to be set free. Top national security official John Kirby is joining us live. We also have a parenting alert about online gaming and extremism, how some are using popular platforms to promote hate and violence, and what you can do to protect your kids. You'll see that and so much more on GMA.
6:55.
Not too bad on the road so far this morning for a Monday after all.
Yeah, well, for a Monday, we were starting off pretty quiet, but now we are seeing more people wake up. So that means we're going to see a little bit more of those problems out there. So just be on the lookout. 37 at Southeast Military isn't an issue, but we still have some of that road work at 410 at FM 78. And don't forget, we are seeing a little bit more activity. So that, again, that means we're going to see that translated on our map as some problems. I-35 northbound at McCullough Avenue. TxDOT has reported a crash in that area. A lot of congestion. That's not too far from the station, so please be on the lookout there. That's a very busy spot as well. One last jump over here. We're still watching this crash at 1604 heading northbound at Marbach Road. Mike, we started off quiet, but now the morning commute is definitely kicking up.
Not a good way to get back into the regular routine. All right, lots of clouds out there this morning, and that's going to keep us from warming up all that much. 46 degrees right now. It is definitely chilly out there. We only make it up to 58 later on today, so 10 below normal, and then we do have a chance. We'll have more sunshine tomorrow, chance for some rain by the middle portion of the week.
All right, we'll watch out for that rain, though. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for joining us today.
We'll see you back here at 9 for GMSA at 9. GMA is coming up next. Have a great Monday.